The old version of the tree was bothering me since the day I built it. Was never quite happy with it. I am so much happier with this now, and I'm glad that we got that out of the way. But it is time to get into a busy episode, so welcome to TerraCorps. Greetings, Terrarians, Khaios here. Welcome to TerraCorps episode 7. We're going to quickly start off by checking the profits in our shop. I don't know that we've made a whole lot of sales within the shops themselves. Not very many people have been online, and those who have, we sold two, or we sold a hat, I guess. We sold a hero's hat, nice. But not many people that have been have been needing any of the stuff that I'm currently selling. I will be finishing up with the shop that we started in the last episode today. I've done no additional work on that just yet, but we will be. Before we do, Quincas has recently messaged me and said that my minigame is currently out of stock. Now this is going to be my third time reloading it. I am making quite the profit off of this minigame. Way more than I'm making off my shops, but that's okay, that's okay. I like the shops anyway. But this minigame, just ignore all of the accidental spoilers that I'm showing from Cheesy's video over here. This minigame has been nuts. I can barely keep up and keep it restocked, but I have already prepared the prices for the next 10 plays, but let's just go ahead and collect our profits from this shop. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we've got 3 stacks of mana crystals. Of course, I put 1 into the grand prize, so we made 2 stacks of mana crystals. Plus 3, and I guess plus the 2 that I sold in the shop today. A pretty good profit. I'm going to leave this stack in here for now for reloading. I'm going to grab all of the other stuff and reload this, but you guys have the gist of the prizes that I've gotten here. The only thing that I'm doing different this time is I have one chest that's full of accessories, and then I've got a themed chest. The second I had restocked, Blue came by and played around immediately, but everything's restocked here. I think it's hilarious how quickly this thing sells out. I love it. Maybe I should do more mini games and less stores. I don't know. Speaking of stores, let's continue on the fishing one. Have you ever thought to yourself, I have a fantastic build idea, and then when you get to building it, you realize no matter how many times or how many shapes you try to build it, your giant, ugly, bulbous whale just ends up looking like a slug in Terraria. Well, that's me right now. I've gone through like 30 or 40 different attempts at trying to get the shape of this stupid fish looking just right. But the thing about Jabu Jabu is he doesn't have a dorsal fin. He doesn't, or his tail fin is sideways. He's not a shark, he's not a fish, he's a whale, so it's sideways. And when I build this side perspective of him, no matter what I do, he just looks like a giant slug. He'll just be a slug in the water. So, I admit defeat. Maybe somebody out there has the skill to build this. I do not. I admit defeat. So, instead, I'm going to build like maybe a sloop in the water, like a fishing sloop or something like that. And I'm going to make my plans a little less grand because I absolutely need to get this fishing shop open. And at the time of editing this, we are right on the cusp of hitting 240,000 subscribers. And I can't thank you all enough for that. When we hit 250,000, we'll be halfway to our goal, and at that point, I'm going to talk about what to expect when we hit the big 300. Plus, I'll show you all what I have planned when I teased a Lego build in an earlier episode. So, if you're watching this and you're enjoying TerraCorps, and if you haven't already subscribed, I would greatly appreciate you considering helping the channel out. The fishing shop is complete, and if I don't say so myself, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So up next, I need to do a lot of fishing because I need to stock this up. I have plenty of crates to sell. I've got plenty of normal fish to sell, but I'd like to get some biome crates. I'd like to get some of the rarities. So lots of fishing. Here we go. And now the fishing shop is finally open, ready for business, and relatively fully stocked. So we've got all the hell items for 10 crystals apiece. I know there's very few of them in here, especially these decoration pieces, but they're so hard to get that I feel like 10 crystals apiece is pretty fair. We have the biome crates over here. I'm not selling a whole lot of those. 8 crystals apiece, and you could obviously get lucky and get some of the good gear from that from a single crate if you're lucky enough. So 8 crystals, not bad in my opinion, and they're less likely to be decorated with, except for maybe the jungle crate, but that's up to people. I could adjust these prices as we go. Got the rare fish for 5 crystals, mounts and pets for 15 crystals. We've got the special chest, and these are 6 crystals apiece. And then over here, we've got the normal fish. These are a single crystal piece, including the bombs, and they're very, very stocked. And then normal crates, these are only 5 crystals per slot, but obviously we're going to have the price reduction depending on what kind of crate it is. And then at the very top here, we have hot items. Now, these are things that people frequently buy from me. They're frequently sought after, and I'm selling them for 30 crystals a piece. We already had somebody buy one of my 2 water walking boots, so that went by really fast. I don't know who bought it, but thank you. But we still have 1 more water walking boots, 2 lava charms, and a couple of these lava proof fishing hooks, which could be handy if people want to do some fishing of their own. So now I need to hop down here towards the center of the town, and I'm going to put up a post right here with 4 crystals, and I'm going to grab a chest because according to this, the chest is an ad shop and it's 4 crystals a post. I'm going to pick a spot maybe right here. This is also my Gravediggers post. I just restocked it. So new week, the board has been cleared, and we're going to edit this one. Now open. Fishing shop just above the town castle. In stock, water walking boots, a lava charm. I want people to know that I've got good loot, and they'll be able to see it just right over here and follow this chain up to where the boat is. Obviously, somebody already found their way here before I even posted that memo, so hopefully this helps find other people's way. Now, speaking of other people on the server, I'm pretty much the only one that does this full-time, as in content creation, right? The other people on the server, they do this as a hobby. Most of them have school or work outside of the content creation. So I spend a lot more time on the server, and because of that, I have a lot more money. So I thought it would be a good idea to kind of share my wealth a little bit and just kind of stimulate the economy in-game and kind of help some players out just with a gift. Like a thank you for joining the TerraCorps server, and thank you guys for adding to your busy schedule kind of thing, just to help them out. I want to give everybody a stack of mana crystals each, and I want to give them 5 platinum coins. I don't think I have enough for everybody, so I grabbed some here, and we're going to buy all 10 of these from Cheesy Panini. That's also not quite enough, so I'll need to buy 2 of these. Let's see. And you know what? I want to have some platinum left, so all right. That's what we're buying right here. All right, let me pay her up. And by let me pay her up, I mean let me go get more money, because this costs more than I thought. Be right back. Here we go. And I also grabbed everybody's stack of mana crystals that I'll be giving out to everybody in just a moment here. But if I did my math right, 14 platinum at the price of 32 mana crystals per platinum, comes out to 448 mana crystals, which should be 4 stacks plus 52. You guys will let me know in the comment section if my math is wrong, but this should make Cheesy a very happy and wealthy girl. Maybe I won't give her a stack. No, I gotta give everybody a stack. All right, let's head off to everybody's bases and deposit a little gift. My first relatively close neighbor is Pyro right over here, and he's got a small starter base. I'm not going to show too much about what people have been working on because I don't want to spoil anything, especially if they don't have any videos out yet. Like Pyro hasn't had the time to do it because of university. I don't want to spoil too much. So here's Pyro's starter base. We're going to leave that right on top of the chimney. It will be impossible for him to miss. We're going to do a little bit of platinum, a little bit of mana crystal, and let's just rename this from K. All right, on to the next neighbor. We are at Khaios' base, and it looks like he has been doing an absolute metric ton of building. Again, I do not want to spoil too much of this just yet, especially since I know it's still a work in progress. But we're going to leave the same gift here from K. Not that he really needs it because he's already wealthy, but I'm going to be fair to everybody. Cheesy Panini doesn't so much have a base as she does an AFK harpy farm at the moment, but I don't know when she's going to start setting up the base. But here's her chest with her loot, although she's probably the wealthiest person on the server now. Anyway, at spawn, this is where we're going to find Dante's stuff, but I really don't know the best place to drop it off. He's got something way up in the sky, and he's got stuff all the way down to the underworld. And originally, I had left him a gift. Let's see if he picked it up. If he picked it up, this might be a good place to leave him this gift. But all of these builds that you see going down this elevator, that's all Dante. So his base is very much spread out from the top of the middle of the world to the bottom of the middle of the world. And let's see. Well, he looted the last gift I left. So we'll just take that, put this, and I guess we'll just leave him a new one here. Blue Jay has also been extremely busy, but he doesn't yet have a video out, so I'm not going to spoil too much of all of the stuff he's been doing here. I think once everybody has a video out, I will do a world tour so you can see what everybody's been working on, but I want to wait until everybody's had a chance to show off for themselves the fruits of their labor. Kyushin is currently sitting in an AFK farm, and if I hadn't already given her the boot, and I believe she still has it, I would totally give it to her right now. Oh well. Up next we have Cargo's base, and I'm kind of saying, thank goodness it's a little bit dark right now because I'm kind of spoiling something that he's been working on. This base expansion is relatively new because I was here not too long ago, and when I was, it was just the pyramid. He's been rather busy, but let's go ahead and drop this off for him and move on to the next one. It looks like X-Men has built quite the humble abode. We're just gonna leave this right inside for him. Cujo has a very fancy looking greenhouse here in the jungle. I'm just going to put this chest right over here on the roof. I was going to put it on the floor, but it's kind of overgrown with jungle grass and plants, and I don't know if he would actually see it, so we're just going to put it on the roof. It should be pretty easy to spot. Finally, the person who's been doing the most building of anybody on the server, probably including myself, We're at Kyushin's base, which has expanded massively, and I don't know how much she's shown in videos yet. I know this recent expansion has not been in a video yet, so we're just going to leave the chest right here, right outside of her new expansion. She should be able to spot it pretty easily, and that takes care of everybody. Everybody's now got 1 stack of mana crystals and 5 platinum coins, making them a little bit richer. I'm quite a bit poorer, but we'll take care of that very soon. I want to start working on another build, but I'm going to need a lot of stone, and as you can see here, I don't have it. Where did my stone go? Various building projects, but largely it went into making statues. I wanted to have the full number and alphabet set up. I actually wanted to get all these to 10, but I could really only afford 5. I'm on the hunt to get every single statue, and I'm only missing a few more. I'm very excited for that, but for the build that I'm going to be doing later on today, I need a bunch of stone. So let's grab a ton of explosives. All of them, everything. We're gonna grab all of my backups of explosives, and we're going to head to the mining world and just get a bunch of stone. And if you're watching this video around the time that it uploaded, I'm going to be streaming this afternoon on twitch.tv/KhaosLive. I'll be starting around 2 p.m. Pacific, and today I'm going to be working on preparing for the next episode of TerraCorps. Stop by and say hi, and get a look at what goes on between the scenes in this series. And if you're unable to catch the streams, but you still want to see them afterwards, you can find the full playback over on my second channel at youtube.com/KhaosLive. Links to both of these can be found in the description below. I hope to see you all this afternoon during the stream. Alright, so 11 stacks of stone block plus a little extra, and 1 gigantic hole in the middle of the world later, and I think I have enough stone to hold me off for a while. Before I go back to the base world, because I really need to, not just to build, but because Kyushin has joined and went PvP, and that's really shady. I just want to place a row of platforms over this hole in case somebody dies and they don't have their gear and they need to get back to some place that's, you know, on the side of this massive death pit. Like that. There we go. And what is she doing here? Well, I didn't pick up the boot, so I don't know what she's up to. I know what she's up to, though. Dying. I'm not actually going to kill her. I don't want to pick up her stuff right now. Alright, we're going to go work on our build. This is a place we haven't been for quite a while, but I need to revisit it and get to work on it because we just gave away a lot of our money. And part of the reason why I wanted to give that money away was as incentive to develop what will soon be my farming area. So this is where I've been doing all of my dungeon fishing for the moment. I just kind of made this little tunnel here, filled it in with water. Luckily there was a nice sized pond right over there. Excuse me. But what I would like to do in this area is actually flush it out, make a full cave system, and have different hoik tracks leading to different kinds of farms. This fishing one will remain here. I'd like to eventually have a dungeon farm. I'd like to have my granite marble farm hooked up to this. I'd like to have maybe an ocean farm so we could maybe get some of the ocean drops as well. Various different farms, and this will be the hub, like the bat cave, but the farm cave, or something like that. I'm gonna get started on this. This is what I needed the stone for. I'm going to carve out a massive area and start making it look good. I have made some really good progress on this cave, and I'm really happy with the overall shape of it, but it needs a ton of work. I want to do some plants. I want to do some background walls, better lighting, gems, crystals, maybe some glowing moss. I want to make this place look really nice because I plan on spending quite a bit of time in my farms. And I might do something about these mob spawns. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if I'm going to put background walls everywhere and completely prevent spawns, but I might place some peace candles around. Now, I did get rid of the background walls here for the dungeon, but I left the natural walls right here, and I tested it out just to be sure, but as long as I'm standing in this spot, well, obviously we get the dungeon enemy spawning, which is a pretty good indicator, but I can also get the dungeon crate. I just tested it out because that would be the most important part, right? I would like to continue working on this in today's video, but to be perfectly honest with you, I spent probably 8 or 9 hours fishing alone just to stock the shop, and then I did a bunch of time to restock the mini game as well. And you guys are already jumping down my throat for episode 7 to come out. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this one out. I'm going to edit this one. It might be a little bit shorter of an episode. I haven't started editing yet, so I'm not exactly sure. If it is shorter, I do apologize for that. But I hope to get the next episode out in a little bit more of a timely fashion. And if you guys are looking forward to the next pylon video, that should also be coming out in the next day or so. So thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to continue this cave in the next episode, and we're going to start another big project, so be sure to tune in. I'll catch you all later. Happy building.